Howdy every living soul who's watching this tutorial. And if you're from the future, welcome to the past. And if you're from the past, welcome to the future. And never mind. So, my name is Veikko and welcome to exciting new Phenomenal Creations video tutorial. So guys, hope you're all doing just amazing. Because I'm at least doing really good. So today's episode and topic is color correction. And some of you be like, well, that's not interesting. What's all the explosions and jets and cool effects? You need color correction too, because it's a major point in filmmaking. Sorry, I'm really stuttering today with my English. So I will be correcting this kind of footage, and if you watch it right now, you can see it looks terrible. And there's two main reasons why it looks terrible. And I made this on purpose. So yes, I did it on purpose for the sake of this video. Is for and foremost, I was not using the correct white balance settings. So this is way too cool to be correct white balance. And then I was mixing two light temperatures. And the thumb rule in filmmaking, you should never mix two kind of light temperatures ever, if you're not doing it like in a real stylistic way, but never. Yeah, so here outside from the window I'm getting daylight balance, which is something like 5500 Kelvin, and which is shining right here, and then I have a really warm tungsten ceiling light on my actor, which is my little sister, just hanging on her Instagram, being really antisocial. Yes. So we're gonna be correcting this. I will be doing this in Magic Bullet looks, but you don't need to use that. I will use that because you got some really useful vector scopes and color histograms that I can monitor as I'm correcting. That's why I use it, but you can use the inbuilt effects and presets also really well. So we'll be doing this in two parts. First, an overall correction for the highlights, midtones and shadows, so everything looks correct, and then I will be cutting out this part where my sister is and balance it according to the daylight balanced. Okay, so let's jump straight in. Take your composition or your footage to a new comp for the new comp button, and then let's name this up for like main, like this, and then we go to looks. Find looks, the Magic Bullet looks, great plugin. If you don't have it, seriously go check it out. Super good for these kind of amateur colorizing things and shit. Whoa. Okay, so here we are in looks. If you don't have it, this is a really simple way of colorizing and color correcting your footage. So, and just a disclaimer, they have nothing to do with this video. So this is my personal opinions of this plugin. So okay, let's go ahead and start correcting this. And here I use the Rgb Parade, which is seriously a good scope to to monitor when you're doing correction. And okay, let's go ahead and first let's drop in from subject panel a four-way color, it's basically just a panel to control your shadows, your midtones and highlights, and then you have a master wheel here, and you can control the saturation on which and every side in your own way. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start mixing the overall contrast and lightning here. So a general good rule is the top points here on every scope, those are the highlights, here are the midtones, and here's the shadows. So the shadows should be hitting and like touching barely the 0 mark, and the highlights the 1.0 or the 100 mark. And so let's just do that. Let's go for the shadows first, and let's drop it down. We watch the monitor, so it just barely touches it. Then let's go ahead, take up the highlights, so they're just touching. The blue is coming a bit over, but we'll fix that. And let's go ahead and take the midtones down. Okay, you can see what that does already. Gives a bit more correction there. But there's far too much red and blue in the scene right now. So let's go ahead and type in, or let's go ahead and get and HSL colors to the post. And this is a really good way to control the colorization of a clip. So for example, if I want less blue, you can see the blue is really high here. I'll go ahead and grab the blue and just drag it closer to the middle like this, and now we can see it's far more balanced here, so that now the blue is not over clipping there. Then we could take the orange also down a bit, so that this is not too tungsten. Let's take a bit down also the magentas. Okay, cool. Alright, and maybe a bit of the green, because the walls are casting this cool weird greenish look here. And now we have fixed like with the colors and stuff, so they're a bit more balanced. And then let's go ahead and create this small curves adjustment here in the subject. Let's take down a bit on midtones here, raising up it. Use the shadows, or the shadow part that we can do. That's pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty alright. So that's just like a basic color correction here. Just like correcting, color correction is the thing you do before you color grade, and the color correction is basically to just make everything match up with each other, like having all the blacks and all the whites in a good level. Then you do your grades. And then here in hue saturation, we can see the skin tones and everything. This line here is a pretty good line to have your skin tones and everything. So we could go ahead and put some, yeah. Oh, that was not good. Okay. Yeah, but seriously, now we have just made a pretty basic correction here, and that looks pretty fine. We go back, and now if we click on and off, we can see this was before and this was after. Okay, so now let's edit this part just a bit. Let's go ahead and duplicate this, and let's take our masking tool by hitting G on your keyboard or just hitting here up, and let's mask out this, the whole sofa, which is affected by the tungsten light. Alright, so now we have put our mask here, and what that does is now we have like separated it from the whole clip. And don't mind, my friend is just sending some messages. A great YouTuber, by the way, but still, let's not focus on that right now. And let's go ahead and just feather this out with just probably like 15 pixels. And then let's go ahead and go back to looks, and let's go type in warm and cool, and then just make it just a bit more cooler, just ever so slightly cooler. Let's take down some of the reds. Click OK. And now we can see we're having a pretty good correction here. So now this is matching with the white balance over here. If you can see this kind of green and magenta casting over there, that's just my bad. I was shooting really hasty, just in a kind of different kind of color or lighting situation, so I couldn't help that. But this is the basic workflow how to color correct, and then you can just drop on like a color grade. I can take this color grade I made from the previous one, and I could just drop it in here and click it on, and then I could put a grade on it. So if we go ahead and select everything away, this how it would look with the grade without the correction first, and then if we put our correction back, it looks like this. It looks far better. Everything looks so much good, because if your scene is corrected, then grading is a lot more simpler and better. So guys, hope you guys like this really short tutorial about how to color correct your footage. And don't forget here up in the cards to vote for the next tutorial. So there's 2 options, and you can put a vote what do you want to see next. I got 2 tutorials there, or 3, depends, and you vote, and that with the most votes will be the next tutorial. So you can be a part of this lack of words, but you can be a part of the group that decides what tutorial is gonna be next. So vote there. It's gonna be super cool. Hope you guys like this video. If you're feeling being awesome, hit that like button really hard, smash it down, and comment down any kind of requests other than the votes. Just request what you want to see on the channel, and I'll do as good as possible and as much as possible all the time. Subscribe if you haven't already for more content like this, and my name is VK, and I'll see you guys in the next video tutorial. See you guys then.